If Stefan, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Great. Share your screen, Stefan, and take it
Yes.
away.
Thank you, Magnus. Let's see. So you can see my screen there.
Perfect.
Great. So welcome to Celsicom, the Celsicom presentation. My name is Stefan Carlsson. I'm the CEO and co-founder. And who are we then? Yeah, we are a Swedish-based company. We are founded back in 2012. And we, the founders, we have been working with hardware, software, server technology, connectivity for over 30 years now. So we have been around and we have seen the development going on for all these years and all the changes that has come. Let's see. And we are focusing on remote monitoring. In our case, it's temperature, humidity, CO2, moisture content, radon, VOC, pressure, concrete strengths, and etc. So we have a lot of different parameters that we monitor remotely. And we develop everything ourselves and designs everything in-house, and all our products, they are made in Sweden. So let me show the traditional solution of remote monitoring as it has been. You have, of course, an installation site where you want to monitor things. You have different sensors. It could be a temperature, humidity, or whatever. And they usually then transmit their data to a local gateway that is connected to power, and usually a 2, 3, or 4G modem. Or it could be also to a LAN, standard LAN connection. And then you have the transmission from the modem to the server. And that means the cloud service. So there's where you're monitoring everything and keep control of everything. So this is the traditional way of remote monitoring. And some drawbacks when using that solution is you have a limited transmission range between the sensors and the gateway. You can have interference problems, especially if you are using license-free frequency bands like 433 or 868 megahertz. You might have problems because other sensors might use the same frequency and give you an interference problem. You also need the external power for the gateway. Mostly it's a complex installation procedure, and it's quite an expensive solution. So what we have come up with is our own solution that we call the Easy Connect system. So Celsicom Easy Connect. We launched this early this year. So we've been testing it for some months now. And our solution is a bit different. So we have the installation site, but in our case, we have our own NB-IoT sensors that transmit the data directly to the cloud. So you have everything inside the sensor. So you don't need the gateway and other things that can cause problems. And some advantages with this system, of course, is that you don't need the gateway anymore. It is NB-IoT connected. And that means that it's using the same network basically as your ordinary mobile phone would use. So you don't need to build any new infrastructure to support these sensors because you're using the mobile network that's already around. And you will have no interference problems because the NB-IoT standard uses a licensed frequency band. So it's not very sensitive to interference. You also have a very good indoor penetration. It's better than your standard mobile phone, actually. And it's battery powered, so you don't need the power to 230 volts for supplying it. You can use, in our case, we use standard AA batteries. And it's really easy to install. We have a QR code on each sensor that you scan and add to your system. And also the NB-IoT solution is available now in many countries all over the world. And it's a cheaper solution altogether. So some of our sensor models is, of course, temperature and humidity with both internal and external sensors. You have the moisture content sensor, measuring the amount of water in wood. For instance, if you have a water damage that you want to dry out, you need to keep a track of the moisture inside the wood and see how it evaporates. We also have a concrete temperature and strength calculation sensor. It's when you're casting concrete, you want to track the temperature and the strength developing in that concrete before doing anything else or more to that concrete structure. We have a radon sensor coming up, CO2 coming up as well, and the TVOC sensor coming up next year. Also, we are launching our cloud service is called the Celsiview, and we are launching a new version 2.0 late this year. The beta version is out now. And here are some screenshots. It's a dashboard where you can control everything. And you have a reports view. Of course, you can download reports, Excel files, PDFs, or whatever. And also, here are some active customers now in the Nordic countries. So you that are in the Nordics, you might recognize some of these company brands. And actually, that's all I have. Short,
Wonderful.
but yeah.
Wonderful, Stefan. You're well in time. Really good. I hope you stay, because we'll pick. We can't. If there are any questions now, maybe I didn't mention that, but you can always post questions in the chat if you like for the speakers, and I try to, if we have time, provide them to the speakers. But I think we will round off the whole event today with a little bit of a Q&A session, so we can save the questions until then. So thanks a lot, Stefan.
Thank you.
Great stuff. I think you scored very well towards the tricks and things you should think about in
Thanks.
that presentation. That was
Thank
good.
you. Thanks.